Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Y'all know what time it is.
Hey.
Y'all just tuned in to the most exclusive podcast in the city, in the state, in the space, out of space. Mogul Moves Only. Hey.
Hey.
Say little bitch, little bitch.
Hey.
You don't walk around with stacks, little bitch.
Oh, yeah, we turned it up on this
really
one.
trap, little bitch.
Hey.
You ain't never had a strap, little bitch.
Hey.
Little
Hey.
bitch, little bitch.
Mogul
You
Moves
ain't never
Only.
gotta act, little bitch. Lean sip real act, little bitch. You're internet,
Jazzie
little
in the
bitch.
building.
Say
Hey.
little bitch, little bitch.
Hey.
You don't walk around with stacks, little bitch. You ain't never really trapped, little bitch. You ain't never had a strap, little bitch. Say little bitch, little bitch. You ain't even gotta act, little bitch. You ain't never said act, little bitch.
Yeah.
You an internet
Yeah.
act, little bitch.
Yeah.
Say
Yeah.
little bitch.
Hey, Mario, you can go ahead and turn that down.
Amazon 6,
Yo, you just tuned in to the most exclusive podcast in the city, Mogul Moves Only, with your boy Big D the Mogul, a.k.a. Suge Diddy, a.k.a. Illuminati Jack, a.k.a. Heaven on Earth, a.k.a. Big Thanos. And I got my homie, Funky Town Legend in the building, the Funk in the building, Jazzie Mac in the building.
Jazzie Mac, a.k.a. Mac Sauce, a.k.a. the Mac of all trades, a.k.a. motherfucking Giselle Blanco, a.k.a. the bitch that you don't want to be riding against. If you don't ride with me, then ride with me. But talk percentage, because if you don't, then you might lose it. And
That
if you
way.
win it to win it, then, hey, get with me.
Hey, you know what, man? That was fly. That's fire.
I appreciate it.
Man, that's why I like female rappers, man. You know what? And
appreciate
shout
it.
out to the year of female rappers. I'm gonna tell you this. And before we just get into the whole thing, I used to didn't like female rappers.
Dun, 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 dun.
And this is why, man. And I want to go ahead and put this disclaimer out just in case you go see one of the other podcasts with Young Street. I had a hard time for a long time with female rappers because they either sounded like Trina or Diamond from Crime Mob.
Hey, we having an epidemic of this very such proportion right now. It's a bunch of bitches who ain't rappers who see the hustle, who see the game, and trying to make themselves rappers, and you're not a rapper. Don't rap.
That's how you. So you feel like there's a lot of imitation out here. You think it's
I'm
a
gonna say it
lot?
one more time. I'm gonna try to match the same thing. Right now, we have an epidemic. Right now, we got a lot of people who are not rappers who see how to hustle in the rap game and who are forcing themselves to become rappers or managers or this or that in order to take advantage of the money that's out there. Hey, rappers, I need y'all to wake up and get on y'all shit and kick these niggas out the game.
So why do you think it's the imitators? They flourishing, right? So you got some people who be really, really into this rapping joint and it don't pop, but then you got some people who just get in there and just play around and it pop. Why you think that happens sometimes?
Because I'm finna give away a lot of game in this interview, so like I damn near need to sign everybody that's gonna watch this. Yeah, you really owe me 30% of everything you make for the next 2 years. Excuse me, can y'all hear me?
You good?
Mic check 1 2.
I got you.
But right now, right, I'm gonna break it down. There are a lot of industries in the world that you can make money in. A lot of people who don't rap are seeing that rap is an industry you can make money in, and you don't have to really dedicate yourself toward the craft of rapping, and you can ran off a rap if you execute said business moves. So people who have talent are not executing said business moves. People who don't have talent are executing said business moves. So I need people who have talent to execute said business moves so we can take back over this shit. Because there's a hobby. I like rapping. You like rapping, right? But a lot of niggas who don't like rapping are rapping because there's money in rapping. Y'all hear me?
So how do you feel about Cardi B? Do you feel like she's one of those ones that would characterize?
I feel like Cardi B smart. Like you can hear, I can pull about 3, 4, 5 tracks that you can. If I tell you what's behind the idea of the song, you can hear everything I'm talking to you about. But Cardi B is a smart rap hustler. So I, as a female, as a woman, as a black woman, as a business, salute Cardi B. She's a rap hustler. She don't really rap. Didn't grow up really cute, but she killing the game right now because she's a rap hustler. Salute to the hustlers.
So I seen the article or write up that you was named the Missy Elliot of Fort Worth.
Man, shout out to Missy Elliot.
How do you feel about that?
Hey, like I said, shout out to Missy Elliot. It's something that you know how like everybody, right? Anybody who's successful is because they learn how to manipulate real life circumstances to match their dreams.
Yeah.
That was a dream.
That's dope.
Somebody called me something that I dreamed of being called. I can't even explain it no better than that. Somebody called me something that I dreamed of being called.
I wouldn't, when I listen to the music, and I spent the last few days just, really, really riding around, listening to your projects and watching videos and things of that nature.
Appreciate it.
I didn't see Missy Elliot. I saw something unique. You know, Missy Elliot had more of a party vibe. It wasn't really, you know what I'm saying, sometimes more melodic.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Yours didn't give me that. Yours kind of, you gave me a hip-hop vibe. Like, I rock with Missy Elliot. She's definitely a pioneer, and I think it's definitely dope to be put, you know what I'm saying, her getting you placed with that name.
For sure. Like I
But
said, I'm like, what?
I didn't see that. I felt like you gave that raw, that hip-hop, that bars, man. I about lost my mind when I heard you did that T Grizzly, no effort.
And that was, and you see the paper, like, literally everything. Hey, it's so much we can expound upon type shit. Like I said, I can talk real nigga with y'all. I can talk real white people. I speak Spanish and fluent. So we can talk on whatever terms. So, matter of fact, speaking to that note, that's why it was so important, because I can match or exceed a lot of people on whatever level they choose in life. So for one of my planes that I practice, right, to be equated on the same plane as somebody who I looked up towards.
Yeah.
That's a lot for me.
I think you got them. I like it. I'm glad. Like, if I would have read, like, oh, she's Fort Worth, Missy Elliott, before I heard your music, I would assume, like, I was going to hear more of a Ray Shrimmer party type. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be in that door dancing. It's my window. I can't stand the rain.
Hey,
you know
shout out to that, because I bought, Halloween last year, I went and bought this big-ass rain watch. In about a year, y'all going to see a video with me in that same outfit.
That's dope. So, but that's what my expectation was going to be. But when you seen it, like, yo, you out here really spitting bars. It's like some real hip-hop going hard. And it didn't sound like, because I guess I'm partial with the T Grizzly, no effort, because I'm from Detroit. We from the same hood. I'm from Joy Road.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? We went to the same high school. I'm an older cat, though. You know, I'm older. But he went to the same high school that I went to. So just to hear people rap on Detroit beats, like, them beats is beats we heard since we was middle school. I never thought them beats would ever pop. But to see, like, other people from other areas actually rapping on.
I love that type of shit. Really, to be at that, I have to make myself rap on, like, cool, fly shit.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do in life. I woke up that morning, right, and that shit really fell in my lap type shit. It was like a little contest that was going on type shit.
Okay.
And I woke up that morning, I got a call, and it was like, hey, your baby daddy here, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, damn, bitch. And I hung up. Like, I'm sorry, but it's facts. You know what I'm saying? And I hung up, and the next call was like, hey, did you see this contest is going on, so-and-so? And I played it, and it was like, fine then, I'm finna take all this shit off my chest. But I had to do it, it was like 4 or 5 in the morning, and I had to do it before I had to go to court.
Oh, damn.
And I wrote it, right? And then I had to go to court, and I beat this case by another long story worth of shit. I fired my lawyer, beat the case by myself. I wrote about everything that happened and shit. There go no effort.
So this dope. So we gonna let's segue into some personal stuff, man. So who is Jazzie Mac? Where you from?
Ooh, shit. That's a general question. Let me try to answer that in terms that are.
Well, let's start like this.
Yeah.
What does Jazzie Mac mean? How did you come up with that name, Jazzie Mac?
I had a career before this career. You know what I'm saying? When I was younger, back in my late teens, I owned a club. And when I was 19, and I used to be known as Little Jazzie the Princess. And I decided that I was going to have to get my resources together because nobody was willing to push me like I pushed me. And I quit, I left, I did a lot of shit, had 2 kids, got married, all kind of shit. And when I came back, I'm still Jazzie, but I can no longer be Little Jazzie the Princess. I'm not a princess anymore. I have my own princess. I have a daughter.
Okay.
So MAC stand for Maintain and Collect, Master of Communication, all kind of shit. I'm Jazzie Mac.
So it was a real calculated name. It wasn't just
everything I do in life is extremely calculated.
So was Jazzie Mac the first hip hop name you came up with? Was there other names you was playing around with before you finally settled on Jazzie Mac as a hip hop name?
Nah, really, low key, like I said, I trademarked Lil Jazzie the Princess when I was like, 16, 17, 18 or something like that. And like I said, as a rebirth, it's like I can't be the princess anymore. I got a daughter. How the fuck you gonna be a princess? What's she gonna be?
Yeah, that's true.
So I had to elevate my shit. Like I said, I'm a master of communication. I feel like my task in life is to maintain and collect all kind of shit that fits in between the letters MAC. So I'm still Jazzie, but now I'm MAC. I'm trying to maintain and collect. I'm trying to become a master of communication, all these things.
Okay, no doubt. So you're from Fort Worth, Texas. Tell us, people, for some of our audience out there that ain't never been to the funk, tell them what it's like. What area in Fort Worth you from?
I'm from Eastwood, Texas, man. They gonna love this one. I'm from Eastwood, Texas, man. This with the 800. I would have had an 800 today, but I'm fresh out the road. I'm from a place in Fort Worth where like you really don't get the opportunity to develop knowledge or self-worth until you're put in places where you have to, i.e. the ground or prison, etc. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt.
And so anything that I do, you know what I'm saying, is a part of the, like you said, it's a part of the greater goal that I'm trying to take a community, a city, a country, a state, a color, a pigment, a DNA strand of people and reintroduce them towards self-worth. And it's like you ain't got to go about it the ways that they tell you got to, because I ain't go about it them ways. I had a fucked up ass life, and I have a fucked up ass life to this very day. But you can take whatever you get. If they give you, when life give you lemons, you sell them bitches and you buy whatever the fuck you wanted to in the first place. So that's why I'm here today.
Okay, no doubt, no doubt. So when I look at Fort Worth, I always look at, Dallas and Fort Worth. I always felt like on mainstream, Dallas is always the most popular city, right?
Facts.
However, Fort Worth put out way more artists, or way more artists pop out of Fort Worth than it does Dallas. So what, Solo Lucci, he from Fort Worth, right?
He from Fort Worth,
from Fort Worth.
Name,
you got Go Yayo.
Okay.
You got little CJ Casino, that's his name. You got him from out of there. You got I don't know. I feel like the only people from Dallas that's really popping right now that you know of really is Cuban Doll and Asian Doll. You got Bobby
That's
Sessions
unfair.
just signed from Def Jam.
See, it's unfair because you got to look at
Yellow
what
Beezy.
you got to look at what we're using in terms to evaluate who's popping, right? Are we looking at sales? Are we looking at who get the most likes? Are we looking at who has the most money or who has a store?
Well, for me, I'm looking more who's being seen more on a global standard. I mean, on a national standard. Like you see more Go Yayo on a more LA. You see him in Atlanta. You see Solo Lucci
on his social media or in his sales. Where do you see him at? In his social media or his sales?
We could say
on the social media.
I mean, a little bit of social. I mean, his name. If you Google Go Yayo, a lot more content, a lot more write-up, a lot more impression is there.
And he's sitting somewhere right now off I-20 in Oak Grove at this little shop that they got that they pay about $500-$600 a month for. Right
which
now.
Is cool.
And when I say they, I don't mean him. I mean the people behind him.
But that's how it normally is, right? Perception is everything. Mm-hmm. Like, to me, like, for example, you look at a lot of them cats that be on XXL freshmen. You know what I'm saying? Or let's put it like this. Whenever you see somebody going to Breakfast Club, 9 times out of 10, the Breakfast Club is not calling on people to come on there. 9 times out of 10, they publicists is reaching out to Charlamagne, them saying, hey, I got a client. They, you know what I'm saying? They need to come up here. They need to market a project. Thanks. Or, you know what I'm saying? So, but when
and I know the niggas who pay for Yayo to go to everything, you know what I'm saying? Because they who really deserve the light. And the people who allowed them to be in a position that they paid for Yayo to pop, for Yayo to not even mention him when he getting all these views that he paying for and not telling y'all he paying for. So
but
we
perception.
Really perception.
But nothing is, to me, entertainment.
That's why I see, and now we kind of going full circle back to the question. The issue is that perception is a bad motherfucker. A lot of people are paying attention to a lot of these artists as if they were the person who they rapping like they are, and they not. And it's evidenced by where they go after y'all keep looking at them, right? Yayo right now could post a video on Instagram and go to Authentic Hits like, I'm finna bust it. Fuck y'all niggas, because y'all could have gave me some, my turn. Yayo can go right now and make his numbers look like he popping, right? Mm-hmm. But when you turn on K104 FM, you can go on K104 FM and buy a radio campaign. Why Yayo ain't on the radio in his own hometown? Why Yayo not having it a sway? What low key? Perception is a bad motherfucker, and niggas know how to master perception, but they ain't master business and they ain't mastered a whole lot of shit like they master perception. So that's why to y'all it look like these niggas that's popping, but to their pockets, to my pockets, to anybody who really doing something, these niggas not popping.
So how, I guess my next question will be this then. How important is what you rapping is real? Like, do the person need to be absolutely doing what they saying in they rap?
It's so important that it controls your pocket. Shit. If you rapping a bunch of shit and you able to get a big ass fan base, your numbers gonna look good. But at the end of the day, when your numbers look good and all these people who are sponsoring your numbers like, okay, why you ain't done nothing else for me to support, right? Because you ain't handled your business as a person, or you didn't pay somebody right that handled your business how they were supposed to.
So do you feel like a person in content needs to be real? Like, do they lyrics really need to be?
Either you need to be real, or the nigga that's paying you to go, or that's paying for your studio time while you go in here and tell these guys need to be real and get you where he promised you he was gonna go, and not just y'all need to get up out of this perception phase, get up out of this I'm gonna do this for these likes phase, and get in behind y'all business. It's what Jazzie Mac saying today.
I guess I look at it like this, right? Like when I listen to somebody lyrics and people like, oh man, he ain't real. He ain't really doing what he say he's doing in his lyrics. That shit don't mean. I mean, it don't mean nothing to me. And this is why a lot of people be like, you know, people behind like doing what you say in your lyrics. I mean, first of all, if everybody did everything in their lyrics, then nobody be walking the streets,
It'd be
right?
a lot
Everybody
of court
be bailed
cases
out.
and
So that too,
court
but
cases
like,
and sad faces.
but I use this analogy a lot. Like when I go to a movie and I see Denzel Washington playing a cricket cop, he's an actor in this movie, and when I find out in real life Denzel Washington was never a cricket cop, it don't do nothing to me. It's entertainment. I'm not expecting it to be real. All I'm asking you to do is convey the message and the emotion that you were trying to paint. So I look at it the same way with artists.
So, like I said, I don't charge all the time artists with this. I charge the people behind these managers, right? Because they the niggas that really went through everything that they paying y'all to represent type shit, right? But they telling y'all what they gonna do for y'all, right? And they producing it in terms of numbers, in terms of likes and shit like that, right? But after the likes dissipate and shit like that, what do you have? Where did you go as an artist?
So most of these people you see on the internet, you think a lot of them is boosting their numbers.
I'm not gonna say I think a lot. I'm gonna tell you that I can prove if I wanted to right now, and I can pay to prove to the rest of the world, just like they pay to prove to the rest of the world. I got the same resources and abilities, but because my goal not the same as theirs, because I'm not hinged on the allure of all this shit, I ain't gonna do them like that. I'm gonna do this interview right now. I hope y'all watch this shit and get your shit together.
Okay,
so we can all rise.
So what you working on right now? Like, what are you trying to get to the people? What's in Jazzie Mac goal for 2018? What you working on?
My goal for 2018 is to increase, like, globally increase awareness more so than I got it right now. You know what I'm saying? I need everybody to understand, like, you could be, like, I ain't no marginalized ass person. If a person look at me on the streets how I am right now, I got dreads, I ain't got no earrings on, I got a grill that costs a couple $1,000 in. Motherfucker probably think I'm a dyke.
Are you?
No. I should have waited till they let you ask the question, but
let's go ahead and talk about it.
Yeah, that's what's important with me. That, like, too often, that's the same thing as, like, when you have a genuine concern and you call the police, and because when they show up, you got dreads and a grill or whatever, they're going to treat you like that instead of treating you like a person who initiated a phone call, right? I got a video on the internet right now, less than a month ago. I had to call the laws because the security guard came in and acted like he was the laws because he thought he smelled weed, right? I ain't had no weed. But I called the laws to see how they was going to handle it. They dropped the ball. The whole Fort Worth Police Department came, and they took his side, even though he committed a third-degree felony punishable by the Texas Criminal Code 37.11, right? I look like this, but I ain't got to be like this, right? So what I'm trying to tell the world, anybody who's willing to give me a chance, is you can look like whatever the fuck you want to because you're entitled to that right. And you can still be whatever the fuck you want to because you're entitled to that right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of people who got the same knowledge I got, you don't get it until you go under that ground, or until you go to the pen and you ain't got shit else. You ain't got no family. You ain't got nothing but the goddamn law library, and you got to jump in that criminal code and procedure book and find out some shit. So my whole goal is take everything I know, put it in a medium where people can grasp it, and give it out before I burn up out this bitch. You heard me?
So you never mess with girls. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I love that shit. All that shit, and that's what you take out of it. I ain't never mess with no girls, but shit, I tell you this, shit, I ain't gotta fuck you to get, you know what I'm saying? We can, you know what I'm talking about? I like money. It's a lot of bitches that like me, and I like money, so if you see something you like, hit that inbox or that phone number, and you know what I'm saying? Let's see what we can do about it.
So whether it's a male or female, they can all jump in the deal.
You can be a doll, you can be a squirrel. I seen a white squirrel the other day. I took a picture. If that nigga hit me up right now and tell me he want to get some money, I know how to help that nigga get some money. I get some money, we gonna get some money.
But would you let that squirrel eat the box? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Nah. Let me see. Am I gonna answer that for free? Okay. Potentially.
So
I never done before, but like I said,
you thought about it.
Thought about it.
Okay, that's interesting. So right now we came into a single, right?
Yeah.
Tell about that single that you got. It ain't dropped yet, has it?
Now the one I sent you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, they ain't even drop it. They dropped in Houston in a lot of clubs and on the radio. I ain't dropped.
So just kind of talk about the single, because that joint rock, man. I think people gonna really enjoy when you drop that boy.
All right, so we can start. Look, I take the girl out for that. Let me put the bow. First of all, this Jazzie Mac featuring Sauce Walker is called Little Bitch.
Ooh-wee.
Ooh-wee. Yeah. Okay. So it's a whole lot of sauce on this track, man. It was produced in the city of Fort Worth. You know what I'm saying? Me and my little homeboy Guala produced it. I found out how to do something with the drums. We made the beat. I put somebody in Atlanta on it. The bitch sucked. I ended up going to jail for her. Fuck her. Hey, Doodle, you a bitch. This is all the attention you'll get from me. I'm going to beat you up later.
Damn.
Other than that, the song Jam, the beat was made by me and somebody else right here in Fort Worth. Everything's done in Texas, and it's finna take over the whole world. Ooh-wee!
So we first of all, you just threw some shots out. What happened?
Shit, where? It's a
You
general
said you went to
question.
jail for what?
Shit,
What
that's
was,
another whole video. Shout out to Jazzie Mac. My album title and my songs. The song title track is called Bombs. A couple weeks ago, I threw this block party. I gave away free haircuts for the kids, food, all kind of shit. I helped the artist come from Denver who gets she right now right. She getting a like on Facebook, so I ain't gonna say her name. Like every stat, she's averaging 0.2 likes on Facebook for every post. So I tried to help this bitch out. I brought her down here, and I took her to the airport. Long story short, she talked that shit to the cops. The laws locked her up and me. I beat her up in the jailhouse.
Damn.
And I replaced her with Sauce Walker on this song. Here we go, Lil Jazzy.
So
Jazzie
there's
Mac.
going to diss track coming on. You know, this has been a real big week for beef diss tracks. You gonna go in the studio? You gonna go into the studio?
Yeah,
What's
because
up?
I'm really pissed off at Pusha T. Because it's like
Are you really?
I'm mad because look, if all these things are a fact, right? Why did you have to present it in such a lackadaisical, bullshit ass fashion? Like, why you didn't come in and have aggression and a dope beat and a dope marketing strategy and better lyrics, right? If he did all these things and you charge with representing us as a culture and you feel like this nigga a culture vulture, why did you not really do your job and like just nail this nigga to the cross?
I felt like he absolutely nailed him to the cross.
He was rapping like this and like he was reading a note card and it was like every 10 seconds a nigga put another one. Was like, okay, Drake let his son go, okay, I'm a freestyler about this in this voice. Another topic, I'm a freestyler this in this voice and I'm gonna drop it and then everybody gassed it.
I don't think aggression is gonna work against Drake. Because you got to think.
That's gonna work?
Meek Mill tried aggression. He tried to come out with the whole rah 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 rah. Drake knew that. Drake is like the cool dude in the class. Meek Mill was the dude that knew how to fight. Drake knew he didn't want to go into a fight battle with him. Drake knew that, hey, I'm gonna let my coolness. I'm gonna talk about myself. I'm gonna say everything about myself that you probably gonna say about me. You know what I'm saying? And Meek Mill look aggressive. I think.
Let's address that, especially as it pertains to Drake and Pusha T beef, right?
Yeah.
Because the Pusha T track as an artist, it was trash. I'm sorry, you addressed some valid points, but just like let's equate that to Remy Ma's second diss against against Nicki Minaj, right? It was fact laden, just like Pusha T shit, but it was so lackadaisical and so unorganized that we not talking about it. Y'all might not even know, I don't even know the name of the track, right? The second Remy Ma diss.
The second Remy Ma diss was trash. The first, but let's look at so infrared. When you think about infrared on a gun, we talking about the big.
I didn't even know the name is that.
The first track was infrared that Pusha T dropped against Drake. Infrared meaning that's the beam. Once you get the beam in the scope of the person, once you get that person in that beam, that's when you fire the shot. So infrared, he just put a little bit up. He just put a little bit out. And
so this was supposed to be the bullet. And
no, that wasn't the bullet. That was just the beam.
This song, the story of Adidon was supposed to be the bullet.
And it absolutely was a bullet.
How? Did anybody in here agree that he rapped hard enough for? Like, you put them facts out, right? So the facts were enough to quell the situation, as evidenced by Drake reaching out to Prince Jr. for help and all that shit, right? But as far as artists, I'm disappointed because I fuck with Pusha T. Even though he had one single, all this shit against him, right? I fuck with him, but I feel like he let me down because I could have wrote a better song for you. If you would have gave me them same facts, I would have wrote a song that everybody would have been talking about way more than they talking about debating whether it was good enough or not.
I don't know anybody
that's artist.
I don't know if anybody is saying that Drake is one up on Pusha T. Like, let's look at a couple of things that he did.
I ain't worried about Drake. It's about Pusha T.
Pusha T killed the Adidas rollout that Drake was supposed to have announcing the world to his son. He killed it. Why? Because anytime anybody think of Adidon, they're going to think of Drake and blackface, and Adidas is not going to allow that new name to be identified with blackface. So he killed the rollout.
Like this week too, because like even if what's so fucked up, right? If right now I say let's have a fight against police, if I say let's have a Black Lives Matter walk right now, right, and I take attendance, I guarantee you, the biggest group that come out gonna be white people, right? So let's kill the white and black. Drake being white and black right there, right?
Well, no, I'm talking about the black face.
The black face, right? Did you see Drake press release on why he did the black?
But that's what I'm saying.
Face?
That's what made it kill it even worse. The fact that Drake
the
had
fact that
to
he did it to stand up for black people, and Pusha T was so smart, he turned it against Drake, and he did it with such bullshit ass lyrics that it other than the fact that he did it, it don't have no merit.
You never saw Drake play from behind. You never seen Drake have to release a press conference to try to clear his name. And the thing about this is Drake always was protected by his female fan base. Okay. Always was protected by his female fan base. So the moment that he Pusha T painted Drake as a deadbeat dad,
there was some hoe ass shit.
Yeah, chipped into that female fan base.
There was some hoe ass shit. Drake popped the thought. The thought got pregnant. Drake tried to explain to the bitch, look, this is bigger than me and you fucking. You're trying to introduce a whole life to the world that you're only gonna use this life to get money out of my pockets. And y'all, that's
her fault or Drake's fault?
It's both of their fault, right?
Oh.
But so you gonna just because it's his fault, if he coming out and admitting his fault, you gonna condemn him for the rest of his life?
I'm not condemning him, but that
yes, you are. You saying that Pusha T winning because he said he brought out the fact that he have Adonai and he have whatever was his
rap
name?
Beef. That's beef. That's war.
But
ain't no love
hoeing
in
the
war.
nigga. That's
what he's
I feel
supposed
like
to do.
legit, man. If they into it, but that's hoeing. It's like right. If I go lead a black rights march, and I'm only saying it because I'm a proponent. I suffer some of them same face, right? I come out, for example, right? We just had this thing in Fort Worth called the Memorial Day Boom. I tried to help the people in all kind of lights, right? They showed up at the very last minute, 2 hours before the event started, asked me for some tickets. I show up like 30 minutes late. They try to blame the missuccess of the whole event on me. So this is now I'm equating right now knowledgeably myself to Drake and Pusha T, right? So I might have these little failures, right? But they're all in the light. I'm trying to do right. If I'm failing by trying to do right. Drake stand for do right and kill everything. So in telling this bitch, hey, look, bitch, I don't fuck with you like that. You want us to have a child whose whole existence is gonna depend on the fact that me and you are able to work together. You know damn well me and you were never supposed to work together, type shit. So you finna bring a whole life in the world based solely off the fact that you trying to get whatever out of me that you want. Because I don't fuck with you like that, right?
She won.
Game. And Drake is losing right now as a result of trying to be a good nigga.
Yes, he is getting his ass bust.
As a result of trying to be a good nigga. So I cannot salute the nigga that's trying to hammer him.
Drake played himself by thinking he was going to jump out there and body Pusha T. He came out swinging as if he was going to knock him out with these haymakers. He jumped into the infrared beam and got shot.
Like Pusha, your whole angle is that other people have written for me. I've written more songs for your boss, Kanye West, than this Quentin Miller has.
That has nothing to do with Pusha T. He did not. He needed to go at Pusha T. It wasn't Kanye that was.
Bullshit. If I get into it with a bum right now, if a bum bitch storm through your door, a bitch that have no merit, try to fight me. Bitch, you better fight my security.
There you go. I feel it, but I feel like he didn't have no content against Pusha T. He can rap about Drake.
Exactly.
I mean Kanye.
That's why I'm rocking with Drake, because it's like you coming for me and I'm sonning your boss.
So does Drake respond?
I don't give
does
a
Drake
fuck
do he need to do? I think Drake needs to
I feel
stop.
like I feel like I ain't gonna lie. The fight in me makes me feel like Drake need to respond. It's like, shit, you need to put this nigga back in his place, because he trying to jump out this place with your personal faults. You a man, you entitled to your personal faults. Them faults were an attempt to restore something. Like I said, who wants to have kids with somebody who they know that they don't fuck with? It's like you waging war on me with a whole human life.
He shot that club.
And you know
up.
I don't fuck with you like that. So you gonna make me, you know what I'm saying? Not only are you gonna hold me, you gonna hold this kid on the pretense that you might be able to get some money up out of me. And because Pusha T exposed that, I can't rock unless Drake did something to him.
Drake did it. Drake should have never because he should have never mentioned that man's fiance. That's what it came down to. Because think about it, if Pusha T really wanted to go there, he could have went there on the infrared track and just started airing it out the gate just from there. But he didn't. He just straight to the pen and the pad. Hey, you ghostwriting, you got a ghostwriter, blah blah blah. He ain't mentioned nobody else other than his camp.
I will pay somebody right now I think I got a 50 in my right titty. I will pay somebody right now to produce for me the percentage of songs that Drake has strictly on the Billboard or in total life. The percentage, the fraction of how many he has with credits toward Quentin Miller versus the credits that are only him on the writing. They got all this on the blah blah blah. But where he's the only writer, weighs them versus the one where Quentin Miller's a writer, and look at the fraction, and then somebody please renew the argument with me.
My thing is this, right? I'm not taking nothing away from Drake being a great artist. Nobody can ever dispute that he's not a great artist. We just talking about when they come down
so vehemently and trying to, unless it's hate.
Nobody discrediting him as an artist. My thing is though, when you come to a category when you start talking about a lyricist, I feel like when it comes to a lyricist, your legacy is kind of tainted when you find out that somebody else write. Like Kanye cannot be the best lyricist for me. Like Kanye can never be the best lyricist anymore to me now that I know that other people pen his lyrics. But it doesn't take away from him being one of the greatest artists.
I agree.
So
that's my only argument. Y'all can't, you know what I'm saying? Drake he's no longer in the running of best lyricists because for whatever business move, you made the decision to let a nigga get writing credits on your shit. So in terms of legal and in terms of human nature, you played yourself, B. On the lyricist pain. Yeah. But in terms of being a human or being an artist or being a person that provides for people, look what he just did with Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill been going through it for the last 20 years, and he just gave her a percentage that's finna make sure her and her kids y'all finna be good based off this funky ass song.
But this is war. I mean, we not discrediting him as a person. I'm just saying, bro, you in this rap battle, you want to meet Mill
Okay,
Joy.
cool. I agree with you on that.
You came out with that second track, and everybody thought Pusha T was done. Because when Duppy Freestyle came out, I said, oh, shit. Drake came out laying them haymakers. I said, oh, shit. But I said it the whole time. I was like, well, this track is named Infrared, and he really didn't go in. He only dedicated like 8 bars to Drake. I said, this is a bait. I was like, I kept telling everybody, Pusha T knows something.
Thank you. That's the only reason I can't support Pusha T. Look at Pusha T sales. Look at Drake sales. Look at who has the motivation, the reason to be pulling up shit so sensitive as your kids. Because think, right? Real nigga shit, right? If a nigga get into it with you over this mogul media shit and mention your kids, you know what you're gonna do with
that's
that
what
nigga,
I'm saying.
right?
Drake mentioned his fiance.
His kid, like his
fiance though.
Okay, if it's a bitch that you're thinking about wifing, is you gonna go equally as hard as about bitch you thinking about as your kid? Well,
absolutely.
Shit, I need to think
because
about
now what you're doing,
think about being your wife.
Because what you're doing is you making me look like a bitch in front of my lady. What you're saying is you're going to mention her name, and I'm just not going to defend her honor. So the moment
can defend her, but are you going to defend her with my kids?
Absolutely. I'm going all the way in.
At that moment, then fuck it. I'll call. See, I believe in that shit, though. I believe if a nigga thump you, then beat that nigga ass.
Exactly.
I believe if a nigga draw a line on your wall, then write your name on that whole entire
Because my thing is, it's disrespectful. To me, it's disrespectful to slap me and don't think that I'm going to punch you back. For you to just slap me. It's
disrespectful for you to slap me and think I'm not going to murder your family.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Excuse me?
Exactly, bro. And that's what I'm saying. Like, Drake went in and he thought he was just going to, I don't know. I mean,
but the way he went in, listening to that track, you couldn't tell that he felt like Pusha T went in on a personal level so much so that he had to retort like that. Listen, you ain't charged with knowing how. All you charged with is as a fan of music, listening to the first time he addressed him and sensing them emotions. Was this somebody who felt like he was gonna shit on a nigga for no reason, or was this somebody who was like, look, nigga, you steady coming at me, let me get on your ass so you can understand where you at?
He only gave Drake 8 simple bars.
That's his fault. It's like getting beat at a video game and being like, I didn't even try to play.
That was Drake's fault.
Is that not the same thing?
It's like being at the pool hall and you think I suck. Like, hey, man, let's play pool.
And then I beat your ass and you're like, man, I wasn't even trying to play, bro. I don't care about this.
Then I turn around
like,
I bet you 50. Then I turn around, you didn't beat me. And then I turn around and say, I bet you 50. You can't beat me this game. I start busting your ass. Pusha T was a pool shark. He was a pool shark. That's what he did to Drake.
And I don't fight him for that. My only claim against Pusha T is that you were charged with the responsibility of making a comeback so bad that it shut Drake down. He's bright skinned. He's half white. All these things that you're touting, right? You were charged with the responsibility of killing him for these reasons. You did not kill him for that reason. I can't support you.
I don't think nothing can kill Drake. Nothing can kill Drake.
You didn't try hard enough.
I don't even know what you can. You can't kill Drake.
Okay, so that song, right? The song that we were arguing about, was that the best attempt you feel like Pusha T could have came out with in an attempt to kill Drake?
I don't think he tried to. I think he just.
So that's
my thing is this: is that he stung him. He stung Drake with a nice punch. It's like, okay, your shot.
My whole argument is that all of us, right? All of us as niggas, as whatever we are on the side of Pusha T, right? We was all standing here like, all right, nigga, you got to knock this nigga out, right? And he thumped the nigga, and we all like.
I don't think he thumped Drake. I think he bust that nigga shit.
I don't think so because I don't think so.
He killed that man. Adidas rolled out. Drake was about to try to do this whole emotional roll his child out to the world. He killed that. You know what I'm saying? This is what I think though.
But
I
now
think
the
Drake,
whole world is watching Drake, ready to see how
and
he's
Drake
gonna
not,
address
he
this.
shouldn't respond.
He just lying Drake. So we wanted you, right, quote unquote, Pusha T fans, we wanted you to kill this nigga, right? All you did was hang your nuts on the nigga who, for all moralistic
I'm
reasons,
cool with that.
you shouldn't have hung your nuts on. So now you got the ball in his court. The world right now, you, me, you, all of us are waiting for Drake's response.
If I was Drake, I wouldn't respond.
Instead of unsubscribing ourselves to everything they got to do with Drake, we waiting on Drake's response, and that's why I can't rock with Pusha T.
I feel like Drake shouldn't respond. This is why. This has all been beneficial for Pusha T and not beneficial at all for Drake.
Facts. So that's why
Drake,
I'm mad at Pusha.
And that's why I'm mad at Drake for
bless.
responding, because you never needed to. Nothing is going to destroy your fan base at all.
A nigga telling me something about my kids, when I know how I feel about my kids, I'm going to respond.
Bro, you could have, but my thing is, I still feel like this, right? He respond. Mm-hmm. It's not going to make him look like a better artist or make him a better artist. It's not going to make him convince nobody to be a better lyricist. It doesn't matter. He don't need to.
Okay, cool.
Like
so
you said, it didn't destroy Drake.
Plan.
It didn't destroy Drake, and it's not going to do nothing to his money. So why do he need to respond? If he respond again, who record sale is going to do better?
So can we suffice to say that you on Drake's side until he respond? If he do,
I just feel like right now I got Pusha T up 2-0. I had him tied 1-1. When Pusha T released, when Drake released that Duppy freestyle, I said, okay.
Pusha T is 41 years old.
That ain't got nothing to do with it.
You've dropped grinding. Let me explain to you why it does to Mary,
Classic.
right? Because you're still getting royalty checks, right?
Bars.
And you've not embedded yourself in the black culture enough to make a visible impact on that culture. And me, myself, as a bitch who got a couple bands, like my whole city wearing marks of Jazzie Mac right now. So that's why I feel like.
But just because we don't see it, don't mean it's not being done, though, right? Because like a lot of people donate. A lot of people donate and don't let people see it.
Flo Rida makes millions and millions and millions of dollars, but I can't tell you no song who he's dropped since he dropped Apple Bottom Jeans, right? And I feel like that's a systemic failure because you achieved your goal for you, right? You made it so that you and your family never have to worry about money again, right? But the people who you pushed that song so hard for, right? Because you wanted to take care of your family, right? Your family is not taken care of in such a fashion that they're taking care of other families so much that it's visible. And me as a local artist,
but do you think it have to be visible? Because sometimes
I
question. Because sometimes I question
it's
people
so important
giving.
that it be visible that the Greenwood atrocity happened in Oklahoma and niggas don't hear it. The Black Wall Street, they killed like 10,000 people, and according to history and a bunch of textbooks that's accepted by elementary schools and shit. Only 300 people died, so I feel like I'm gonna charge you with the same responsibility as I charge them with.
I just feel
if you great and you able to affect change, you need to do it in such a fashion that people find out about it. And if you fail at that, then I'm gonna charge you. Other niggas ain't gotta charge you.
I know. I just tend to question people who do stuff in front of the camera because to me, it don't seem like you're doing it really to help the person. Is more
perception
so
is
just
everything. Perception is everything. I charge you as a person to percept it in such a fashion that you got to look at it and be able to disseminate if that was done out of his heart or if that was done because.
But we can't tell. All we can do is assume.
That's our fault. When you say we, that's our fault. If we ain't trained ourselves in such a fashion that we're able to tell where a nigga gimmicking or a nigga is taking what he got and trying to get some more, then we fail systematically.
So do you think beef is needed in hip hop?
Yep, because all the stupid shit that we do in hip hop is not because we want to educate our own kids in stupid shit. It's because we ain't got no money. White people like stupid shit. I'm gonna do this stupid shit so I can get in these pockets of all these white people, so I can get this money back to my family, and I can teach my family how I got it, so they can clean up. Eventually, if we keep doing the shit the right way, over generation spans, we'll put the ball back in the court where it was eventually meant to be. But because a lot of people that get the ability, the resources, the whatever to affect change, they so scarred by the road that they took to get to that point that they're no longer willing to affect it like that.
I'm gonna go off a little bit topic because I like what you're talking about right now. But you know the Carolina Panthers was up for sale, right? And everybody was hoping that P. Diddy or somebody could buy that team. How long do you think it's going to be able? How long is it going to take? Do you think it's going to be for black people to be able to afford an NFL team? So the reason why I'm saying is this: it's the guy that bought that team had to put $800 million cash of his own money up to buy that team. $800 million cash.
I'm finna show you something on this camera right now. There's a black couple, a man and a woman, right, who just did something. I'm gonna pull it up because I don't even know the terms that they did it in. It's just I was amazed. Long story short, they just did some shit in the tax realm that was never done by black people, and they made $40 million in less than 24 hours for doing it. And the type of shit Yeah, you hear that? So it's like I'm gonna charge personally. I can't tell you I'm right. I can't tell you I'm wrong. I can tell you it's my preferences. I'm gonna charge every black person who's ever been successful with executing your success in such a fashion that you're able to affect people who are willing to take that same route as you're taking to get to it. And I'm only charging you with that because I'm doing it myself.
So what I'm gonna do, and what since we on this kind of political, and then we get back to the music and stuff,
For sure.
is so the NFL passed the national anthem rule, where if a player want to protest or don't feel right about the national anthem, the rule is they should stay in the locker room. But if you come out on the field during the national anthem, you must stand and honor the national anthem.
I feel like whoever the black lawyer, whoever the blackest by percent of DNA lawyer is, who has the most sway in the court, whatever court it is, right? You can break down things legal to the terms that it matters. Whose court you in, who's the judge of that court, and how much can you affect his decisions, right? So the nigga with the most pull on that court need to take that case and rule on whether it's a a violation of civil rights enough for them to be able to do that.
But
My
do you
civil
think it's
rights
gonna
are
work?
so that
Do you think that rule passing? I feel like it's more
it
people
all
gonna
depends
protest.
on people power, baby. The reason I'm a rapper is people power, baby. I got to get more than I was born by myself. I got to get more than me to feel like I feel.
So what do you expect that? What would you want the players to do? Would you want them to come out with this new rule passed to come out and protest?
What I would like for all African American people, players, all people who are in support of African American players to have, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna look right at this camera. I'm gonna tell you, I would like for y'all to go on strike. It's your legal ability to go on strike and refuse to go out on that field unless this rule is changed. That is a civil violation of United States rule, not county, whatever county your team is in, not the state, it is a violation of the very country you exist in for them to make a legal, something out of I choose this and you choose this. You made it into a legal decision. You did not have the legal bounds to do that. So I need to see that shit reversed. Otherwise, we're going to keep going through shit unless people who have the knowledge to affect change are able to utilize their real resources and link with other people who have resources to affect change. We're going to keep on failing.
So
We're going to keep failing. Unless people who are able to fuck with it are less egomaniacs enough where they're going to fuck with each other and use each other's resources on whatever terms, right? And if we can't fuck with each other like these Mexicans, like these white people, like these Arabs fuck with each other, we're going to continue to fail. That's all I'm saying right now.
I feel like NFL 80%, 89% African American. There's no way in the world this rule should even stick.
Everybody on opening day, right? We need to have a meeting. Let me tell you what I feel. I feel like every NFL player available, me and you need to reach out to them and tell them that, look, on opening day, whenever they start the preseason, we're not going onto the field. We're going to hold instead a press conference telling them which of our United States civil rights were violated, and we're going to call on our fans. We're going to call on all our fans to affect this change with us. Whoever believe in you so much that they follow your Twitter, your Instagram, your whatever, right? We need to take advantage of that. That's a resource. We need to call on people. Look, you say you support me. Do you support me enough to affect this change in my country, in my team, in my race, in my creed, in my belief, right?
And you know what? At the end of the
fuck
day,
with me. Do you fuck with me enough?
At the end of the day, people want to watch NFL games. If all the black players went ahead and came together, it's no football league.
Thank you.
So at the end of the day, I feel like, and I agree with you 100%, it got to be some type of coming together. You know, and I know it's tough. You know, you got that 21-year-old kid who got a chance to make more money than his family ever seen.
He taught his mom not. See, this is what.
So it's hard to say.
Me and my homeboy Lowe, we had this argument all the time. What is the most important thing? I believe self-worth. If you don't have the knowledge to, first of all, understand your ability in life, then you're not gonna. Right now, right? If I had $100 bill and a $1 bill, if you try to snatch both of them at the same time, I'm gonna guard that $100 bill more than I guard that one because I have every evidence too.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
So as a human, right? As a human, before we even get to being black, whatever is presented to you as the most important need, you're gonna chase that. Right now, they showing us that being a rapper, blah blah blah, what you can get from that is a bunch of hoes and money. So when people approach money, i.e. me, blah, 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 they generally are approaching it in the forms of it can get me all this simple shit I want.
Yeah.
If you realize that everything that you really want, that you desire, the shit that keep you up at night is achievable, right? It's all in the sense of self-worth. When we go to high school, me, myself, right, I'm just now learning this month that I can get a motherfucking dealer's license. I can shop where Clay Cluley shop for the same thing I can get for less than I got this goddamn grill from.
Oh, damn.
So we're being denied a systematic right by not getting. When we graduate high school, right, they say you got to pass this test, this Texas. They don't say that you got to understand that you shouldn't put $2,000 down on this car and fuck yourself up for 7 years until it come off your credit. They don't say that you should spend $500 and buy you a clunker and ask your uncle who's 50 years old if you can pay him $100 to help pay his water bill and he'll teach you everything he know about a car. They don't teach you that in high school.
That's real. That's real. That's true. They teach you to borrow, not to save. You know what I mean? 100%.
Your ability to achieve wealth in the United States is based off your ability to put yourself in debt and your ability to climb out of that debt. So why they not teaching you that in high school?
So that's true. You know what? But you know what? I think we the first generation of black people that's starting to really understand financial awareness. We better off than what our grandparents were and what a lot of our parents are. So, you know what I'm saying? As long as we continue to awaken ourselves financially, spiritually, mentally, and physically, I think we're going to be good.
I'm going to make this come 360, right? So the reason why I feel like I'm taking Drake's side instead of Push's, right, is because Drake, for whatever he believes in life that made me feel like after you've heard me talk, right, for whatever reason Drake got in life, he's fighting with all his resources and idea of pushing these points. And Push is fighting with all his resources and idea to push these points. And the totality of both of their efforts is resorting in my thinking. You know what I'm saying? Drake feel like, one, bitch, I popped you. For whatever reason I popped you, you shouldn't have had no kid because you know I'm going to have to make myself love this kid like I would have easily loved this kid before. And his life is going to be a result of my
I appreciate you looking at that deep. I look at it for just a straight. Yeah, Drake getting his ass bust. And I love it. I mean, I'm not rooting against Drake. I think, let's not say Drake is calculated. So I know if he coming back, it's going to be just like when the Duppy freestyle. I'm like, okay, Drake back on top. But right now, Pusha T is busting Drake ass.
In your opinion?
You know what I'm saying? That's facts.
In your opinion?
That is facts.
Give me.
That
First of all, to establish this as fact, you have to look up the dictionary definition of fact and then prove to me that it fixed that definition.
Absolutely.
Baby, I'm going to overanalyze it. Before I'm anything, before I'm a rapper, before I'm a camerawoman, a brand agency, all that, baby, I'm a motherfucking lawyer, really.
So
look up the definition of fact and prove to me that your opinion is a fact, and then I'll translate.
So who took the biggest L this week? Drake, Roseanne, or J.R. Smith?
Well, how many units did Pusha drop after all this shit that he did? After all this shit that he exposed about Drake, how many units did he sell? Did Drake not sell that in his old albums this week that he's not even pushed?
I like a good rap
but you riding with a whole. Y'all hear this?
I'm not riding with nobody.
Turn the camera.
I'm not riding with nobody.
Yes,
what I'm saying is right now Push is on top until Drake responds.
All I'm saying is in your opinion.
Like when Push dropped Infrared, I said, oh shit. When Drake dropped Duppy. When Drake dropped Duppy, I said, oh shit, Pusha T in trouble.
You said.
And then I start thinking like, wait a minute. And then when Pusha T dropped the Adidon joint, I said, oh shit.
You said.
Pusha T is on Drake ass. Now if Drake respond with something better, I'm equal. I'm in the middle.
I fuck with you and you my nigga, but
Pusha T is busting Drake ass as of this moment. You
said your opinion. Introduce something to me where I can myself, right, as a fair, cool,
but I mean, that ain't cool because like,
show me something that
if I'm looking at Mills right now, if I look at Mills right now, I was like, bro, I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm way stronger than you. He was like, but you ain't got more money than me. That don't mean shit. They ain't got nothing to do with this ass whooping right now.
You have to produce the facts to substantiate that claim, or that was a lossless claim.
The facts is these hands.
And
right
unless
now,
you show them
Drake
hands
is
or
hands
evidence that you got them hands, then that's just your opinion.
Pusha T
right?
ain't on the album saying he's selling more units than Drake.
Hey, look.
He not arguing. He not arguing saying that Drake is a bigger or smaller artist. He ain't saying nothing like that.
What is his argument?
He's just saying that, you know, you a dude ain't taking care of your people. You know what I'm saying? You ain't taking care of your family. You nigga, you ghostwrite all your stuff. You not a real.
Okay, so to say that right. Okay, you ghostwrite all your shit right. Like I told you about 20 minutes ago. Show me the percentage of songs that Drake has produced that he's performed on as well, right? And then show me the percentage of songs that He doesn't have.
So we
full
agree
right of
that
credit
Pusha
song.
T is busting Drake ass
No,
right now.
we do not agree. No, man. No,
100%. So,
No, sir. No,
so
sir. Look at y'all hear this shit talks 100%. This is what Pusha T doing. He taking a bunch of bullshit and he putting it out there as opinion and he making it look like it's facts and then a bunch of people is jumping on the bandwagon. I win.
So this last segment, and I got a reason why I'm gonna do this segment. And I'm gonna lead up to something that I don't know if you paid attention to. So this last
I pay
segment,
a lot of shit. I'm like
questionable hip hop lyrics that comes off as gay.
Okay, let's start with Biggie. Biggie Smiles saying that the girl was so fine that he'll suck her daddy's dick. Google it right now.
That's just pretty bad. I didn't even come to that.
Okay, so are you a
one.
Biggie Smiles fan?
I am.
Ooh, but you mad at me for being a Drake fan.
Oh no,
and
I
you
ain't
mad
mad.
and you a fan of a nigga that said the girl so fine I'll suck her daddy dick.
But that's the whole. But I'm gonna come to that. Let's come to that. So I got a song right here, Cannabis.
Google it.
I got a song right here, Cannabis. This is a diss track to LL Cool J called Second Round KO. You tell me how suspect this line is. You might get more cash than me, but you ain't got the skills to eat a nigga's ass like me.
You know what? I feel like that's taken out of context. This context clues. They teach you. Y'all know that show. I'm gonna answer it like this, and then we can do whatever we gotta do from this point. Yeah, there's a show out right now, and they making millions off of it, and it's been in production for over 15 years, and it's called "Are You Smarter Than the Fifth Grader?" And they win based off the fact that sometimes when you're younger, you have the ability to visualize and take advantage of more context than you have than when you're an adult and your brain has been skewed by all this nasty, dirty shit. So we some nasty, freaky motherfuckers. I see we all got colored hair in this, you know what I'm saying? We some nasty, freaky motherfuckers in this room. And if you want to argue on that, we'll do it after this. Type shit, right? But because of the skew that we've received, the further and further we go in life, when we hear a statement like that and it's been introduced as, how do you take this, right? Our brain instantly goes to, okay, let me judge it based off all the nasty shit I know in life, right? Can anybody in this room deny me? So when he said, hey, we're going to see if you can judge this as suspect, my brain instantly said, okay, let me put my suspect judger mind on, right? But I didn't think about it in terms of, that's what we got to
We're not saying like he is gay. We just saying it's one of those lines that come off as.
And that's why I got to address it like I'm addressing it right now. Because it's all in context.
So you cool with that line on one of your songs? If somebody came in and dropped that bar, you good with that line?
Yeah, if I have an interlude right before this, or if my fans understand that my whole goal in life is to eat a nigga up on the mic, then I'm cool
not eat a nigga up. Let's say exactly how he said it.
I want to hear that. I want to hear that. I want to hear that. I want to hear that.
He ain't saying I'm gonna eat a nigga up. We gonna say exactly.
Eat a nigga up. Nope.
You might got more cash than me, but you ain't got the skill to eat a nigga's ass like me.
Okay,
that's
so,
what he said.
Watch this. I'm finna perform this. You ain't got the cash like me, but you ain't got the skills to eat a nigga ass like me. You can take that as me talking about putting my tongue in a nigga's orifice that he's sweating out of right now listening to this interview, or you can take it in the context of I'm saying that, look, nigga, I'm verbally skilled in this hoe ass nigga. You might got cash, but nigga, you can't fuck with a nigga on the mic like I can fuck with a nigga on the mic.
So on the scale of 1 to raise your hands. Show of hands in here. How many people going with the first that he's talking about eating a nigga ass? And if you first heard it initially.
Nah, you can't do that because if we in a court of law, you can't do that. I'll take you to a civil court right now and I'll pay the fees. Like I said, it's all a context issue. Whether they take it as this or not, right? It's all in context. Okay. There's this thing called connotation and denotation. Denotation is the exact words I say. You ain't got the cash like me. You ain't got the skills to eat a nigga ass like me. Connotation is however you take it once I say that.
Well, he eating ass.
Well, my rapping ass, legal ass.
Ice-T, 99 Problems. The lyric is, I got a bitch who's a man.
A lot of niggas, I take that in the so far in the context is to tell me a lot of people right now. You just asked me if I was gay, right? Because I handle myself in a fashion that a lot of females don't have the resources to handle themselves. So the closest thing that when people lack logic, they use words. When they lack logic, they use words. So when a nigga see me handling myself in a way that they've only seen men handling themselves, the only thing they have is a man to compare me to. So you can take the same word with the knowledge that I just gave you, and you're going to look at it way different than you did when you said it before I explained myself.
So we got a legend. I got 2 more. Mac Dre, Back in the Hood. I need some cock hella bad. I need to be free. Steady dreaming about wrecking guts and cock. Laying on my bunk, busting nuts and socks.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to start this by saying R.I.P. Pimp C. You know, Pimp C said cop, whatever you want to denounce it, whatever connotation you choose to apply to Pimp C's denotation of cop, whatever it was, apply to that, and we got no argument. Anybody in here disagree? Cause Pimp C all the time say, I'm gonna hit a bitch cop, I wanna hit a bitch cock, blah 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 blah, and we ain't never questioned Pimp C's sexuality, but because his name is Mac Dre and not Pimp C, we're gonna question him for the same thing, and not gonna do it.
So here we go. So you may know this one. I'm gonna paraphrase this one. Is I need a mansion and 2 elevators, a big kitchen, and a cute waiter.
Say that again so I can see where the fuck something gay happened.
So
I'm trying to get
this is a male artist.
Say it slow so we can all grasp it.
I need a big mansion with 2 elevators, a big kitchen, and a cute waiter. Now, what do you call a female waiter? A waitress. Okay. A waiter is a man. He said he want a big mansion, 2 elevators, a big kitchen, and a cute waiter. And in response to that, I say that in America, generally, when you pay attention to shit, they call you a conspiracy theorist, right? So right now, if you take all those words and off of the first impression you gave us, we were all lost. We like, what? What happened? You had to explain it a second time for us to put ourselves in the brain where we would take offense to that, right? And so for that very reason, I tell you, I gotta make the same decision on the last one. It's like you overanalyzing a nigga intent right now. So says the overanalyzer. Right, facts. So says the overanalyzer, because I know it's a lot of shit. Anybody in here that know me know that I say a lot of shit, right? And I charge the people around me with understanding what I'm saying beyond. Do you know what song that is? I got a saying that life is pie. Do you know what song that is? That's from? It don't matter. Do you know that song? That's your song. What? Fuck It Up. I fucked up featuring Balin. Say the line again. Oh yeah, you want to? Hey, y'all see what choice I chose though? Y'all see what choice? Hey, give me that line again. I think I'm paraphrasing. Say I want a big house, 2 elevators, a big kitchen, and a cute waiter. That's what Balin said. That's so fucked up because Balin is probably bisexual. Oh wow, I said okay. Well then. Yeah, I'm gonna ask her. I'm sorry. The Kurt me is gone. So please. Look, guys, y'all know how niggas be like R.I.P. What they? I'm gonna put an R.I.P. tattoo on here. The old me who said politically correct shit, that bitch gone, and the physical me gonna have to join it one day. But until then, I'm sorry, but I'm not cutting anything back. Y'all see how before me introducing him, you made the conscious decision to argue on his sexuality based off of that comment, and you see what I just said. I'm done. Hey, that squashed my whole thing. But I'm mad you ain't know what song that was from. I know this. You got a whole video and everything to the joint. He been saying. I bet you that I got more than 50 videos on YouTube right now. Yeah, that's true. Them joints popping. So what can the audience expect from you? I know we said 2018. Are we releasing a project? We releasing singles? What we doing? What Jazzie Mac doing 2018? Man, Jazzie Mac is finally Okay, let me tell you, there are many people that exist inside of me, and instead of filing for MHMR and getting $700 a month, I'm finna pimp the rap game and a whole lot of other industries, right? There exists inside of me a lot of bitches, right? The one that rap, right, she's just discovered a lot of resources. And even more than discovering those resources, she's discovered her ability to manipulate those resources in a way that's going to get her a lot of fame and money. So I hope y'all trace back to this very video, this very interview with Mogul Media Studios. Let me make sure I get that right. You know what I'm saying? And Jazzie Mac is going to go fucking haywire. I'm going to go postal. I'm going to go haywire. I'm going to go everything else that you can use as a word to represent the fact that you're not going to be able to put a general scale on what I'm doing and be able to keep up. How did I sound? Well, you know, you good. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate you coming out. I'm definitely listening and researching. As you could tell, I've been really listening to the music. It's like, you know what I'm saying? That's lit. Again, keep doing your thing, man. Fort Worth standing up right now. I think y'all really putting the heat out. I feel like y'all been more consistent in Dallas, and you talking about, and no shade to Dallas. I probably ain't spending enough time in Fort Worth either. But from an outsider coming in that's not from Dallas and just coming in and being here since 2010, I don't know, something about just the swag that y'all got. Underrated people in Fort Worth, and that's like a lot of my big mission, you know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of different hats. Like, I got a lot of different nicknames, the Mac of all trade.
I'm a woman of many hats. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit in life, right? I feel like, first of all, if you don't mind me, let me expound upon this theory I got in life.
Go ahead.
Right?
Do your thing.
I feel like life is pie, right? Y'all know how in math, right? They judge us on your text test. They judge you off your ability to apply pi is 3.14, and in that same breath, they admitted that they've added a million different numbers behind the decimal, and they cannot pinpoint what pi is. But they judge you on your tests, on your everything, based off a lie that they're admitting is a lie. So words, right? Me calling you a rapper or a mogul, whatever, right? I'm underestimating you. Because whatever I call you, I'm not including a whole lot of other shit that you represent.
That's deep.
Yeah. So everything in life is pie. Whatever I call you in life, y'all done heard me, not on purpose, but I'm omitting a lot of shit that you represent. And you got to understand that anything in life you address, you doing the same thing.
So that could be good or bad. So if I say,
Facts,
like Mims, you a bitch. But according to her pie theory, you a bitch ass nigga, hoe ass nigga, weak ass nigga, punk ass nigga. Yeah, that's what she's saying, bro.
Now, and then boom, I'm a flip that too. Since you flip shit, I flip a lot of shit. You know what I'm talking about? I flip a lot of shit in life. I'm gonna flip that. For every whatever you call him, right? Mm-hmm. He is also, I'm pretty sure, a son, a brother, a media guy, this or that or whatever.
I'm his father.
So whatever we as black people, as humans, as whatever we are, whatever we're represented as, if it's negative, we're charged each individually, right, with the responsibility of fighting it with a counteraction, right? You know, that give us that law. Every action is met with an equal and opposite reaction, right? So for everything they put us out there about that's negative, you got to come with some positive shit and pimp, not omit, but pimp that negative picture of what you was, right, into something positive. And if you don't do that, your system.
Mims, I apologize,
bro. Whether you, I don't give a fuck. But shit, that was good. You know how many niggas don't like this shit? I might get some hoes off this. We're gonna get some views off this. All kind of shit might happen after you calling him a hoe ass bitch ass nigga. I mean, explain.
We're gonna post a picture of him.
Life is pie. A nigga might dress some shit up as something else, right? But if you dress it up in something else, it can be everything you dressed it up in. And I'm going to leave y'all with that, Jazzie Mac.
Hey, we out of here. Hey, man, again, you just tuned in to Mogul Moves Only with your boy Big D the Mogul, a.k.a. Suge Diddy, a.k.a. Big Thanos, a.k.a. Heaven on Earth, Jazzie Mac, man. I appreciate you. Go ahead.
Jazzie Mac, a.k.a. the Macavard cheese.
Bow.
You know what I'm talking about? I mean, excuse me. Let me, because you got them editing abilities. Jazzie Mac, the Macavard trays. You know what I'm talking about? The Mac with the cheese, the Mac with the racks. You know what I'm talking about? What else am I? Giselle Blanco, my real name Giselle. You know what I'm talking about? I'm a branding agency. You know what I'm talking about? What you need a shirt, what you need your name on your glass, on your building, what you need your name on a car magnet, what you need your name on your car with the letters. I do it all, baby. Anything you ever need in life, including real estate, auto, anything, call me. You get at Mogul Media Studios, who was so smart that they thought they had me on their platform to announce all this before anybody else had me announce all this. Mogul Media Studios.
And I'm going to just leave y'all out with this before we leave is, again, you might got more cash than me, but you ain't got the skills to eat a nigga's ass like me.
Your network is your net worth if you don't want to sound gay for the day. We're going to say it in other terms.
That's cannabis, not me. We out.
It's cannabis, but you said you're purveying.
I appreciate you.
Say little bitch. You don't walk around with stacks, little bitch. You ain't never really trapped, little bitch. You ain't never had a strap, little bitch. Say little bitch. You